Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
Let's move into the question of the day. We never got to it. I appreciate y'all chat for all the interaction, man. Let's go. Question of the day. Y'all ready? All right. How much do love languages matter, and what role do they play in breakups? How much do love languages matter, and what role do they play in breakups? So I say this. I know people who say they don't believe in love languages, which is wild to me. I believe that you can add categories to the love languages conversation, but not believing in love languages at all is kind of crazy. So how much do love languages matter? Understanding your partner's or your companion's love. I'm gonna use companion because it should be wife or husband, not partners, right? Like partnership is I think part of the problem these days. But yeah, your companion, understanding their love language can help you to know how to show them that you love them as much as you do. Here's the thing about love languages. This is why I'm gonna say they matter. They're important because you could have immense and intense love for your companion, right? But then, so fellas that's listening, you could love your companion to death, right? But because, love languages. She said love language. You don't know about love languages, Ash? You're not driving, are you? Do a quick. Okay, let me pull them up. I'm gonna pull them up real quick, y'all. Let's do it, chat. We got time. All right. Let me share my screen with y'all. Hold on. All right. Love languages. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Y'all see that, chat? Love language types. The 5 main love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Those are the 5 main love languages. I'm gonna say them again: words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. So those are the 5 love language types, chat, that you can have. And there's actually a test that you can take to see what your top love languages are and all of that. You know what I mean? So you can Google like a quiz. Some are longer and more detailed than others, or whatever the case may be. So but yeah, they're pretty straightforward or whatever. So understanding like your partner's love language. So for example, like you could love your partner to death, but you express your love through buying stuff. So you could be constantly showering this person with gifts and constantly showering them with flowers and constantly showering them with, spa days and all of this, that, and the third, right? But she's a quality time person and you work hard to make money to be able to afford all these nice things that you buy. But she doesn't feel like you value her or love her like that because you don't give her the amount of time that she needs from you for her to feel love. So understanding, I think love languages matter significantly because it can, the lack of understanding of love languages can create an inadvertent miscommunication. You understand? There are people who may feel that their partner doesn't love them because they're loving them in a way that they don't receive love. They could think that like somebody may be a person that needs physical touch, but then you haven't cuddled them in a month. You don't gently just walk up behind her and grip her hips or grip her waist. You just, brush past her. You didn't got used to her. You taking her for granted, so to speak, or whatever the case may be. She won't feel love, but you feel like you showing love because y'all always around each other. So yeah, love languages and understanding your partner's love language, it can help you as the person, whether you're the female or the male in the situation, be intentional with letting them know you love them. We got comments. JD said Do you see yourself in your person? If not, you haven't built shit. That's why it be so hard to break up. Y'all pick up each other's mannerisms, spirit, love languages. Facts. As said, if you don't have those, then what causes the divide? What you mean? If you don't have love languages, everybody has love languages. There's something that you get out of having a companion that you couldn't get being on your own. And that's your love language, whatever that is, whatever that amenity is to you, or that bonus, that plus that you get from having a companion that you don't get from being on your own. That's probably what your love language is. Joe Jet said, I agree with you, but I'm going to argue the opposite. Something attracted them to each other, and I'm going to say a love language isn't going to break the union. It's best to grow to love the person. Okay. So you answering the second part of the question too. What role do they play in breakups? Now, for that part, I have to say, like I said, I think I'm gonna stick with my guns on that though, Joe. I think that it can play a role in breakups, because sometimes you have a person that genuinely feels like they're not being loved because they're trying to communicate, hey, I want you hear women say it, you hear men complain about certain things from their women. For a man might need a lot of intimacy, a lot of physical touch. He may need that. Or some men. Me personally, I'm a words of affirmation guy. Hey, listen, make me feel like I'm the shit. Tell me I look good, tell me I smell good. Tell me you see my little bicep coming in. Yeah, gas me up. Because guess what? Talking to me like that before I go to do whatever I'm finna do for the day, when I see that little PYT right there at the stove, I ain't even worried about that, because I got something love my dirty draws. That's how I'ma feel. You feel what I'm saying? So I like words of affirmation personally. I like, certain things like that. So it just depends on what you into. But guess what? If I'm with a woman that's a nymphomaniac, she just top notch certified freakazoid, right? But no affirmations at all. No, like I come home, got a promotion, something like that. I share it, and she like, oh yeah, that's what's up. Nah, you the man, or them people can't. She don't gas you at all. She don't put nothing in the engine. Don't put nothing in the engine. She'll ride with you though, but she don't gas you at all. Don't put nothing in the engine. I don't like that. I like mine to come with some pom poms. Be a cheerleader. Be a cheerleader. I like that shit. I'm open about it. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that it could make or break some shit. It could be a thing where you don't even get to the point where you get married. It could break you up at the relationship phase. What you think about that, Joe Jet? Talk to me, bro. JD said, love is war. Just send certain shit in the overhaul. What you mean, bro? You got to elaborate. That's wild. That's wild as hell. We on the question of the day right now, chat. What Instagram talking about? Let me see. Instagram, they just be sliding and snooping, man. We finna stop going live on Instagram. They slide through, they don't speak. Seldom they speak. They just come through snooping. But we here though. Hey, if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, make sure y'all go run up the numbers over there too. At the classic codes, same thing all over the place. But yeah, man, I think that's my answer on the question of the day for that. I think that it can play a role in breakups, but I don't think that it's significant enough to say, oh, love languages and the misunderstanding of love languages is like a major reason why most couples don't make it type shit. I definitely don't think it's that deep, but I could see why it could be one of the straws before you get to the one that break the camel's back. I could see how that could be one of the straws. It could be an irritant or an agitation. Joe Jess said, yeah, I think we got a comment. Joe Jess said, yeah, I think it won't make it to a marriage. Right. You have to build a deeper bond through love language. That's what I'm saying. Because I know me, for example, I may feel like I'm showing love to a woman because I like affirmations, right? I might be giving her hella affirmations, but she need time, or she need, physical touch. If I'm not understanding of that or receptive to it, then I'm not meeting her where she need to feel love. So I'm thinking I'm loving the shit out of her, and she ain't feeling it at all. It's gonna create a pain point. It's gonna create a pain point. So I think understanding love languages, I think that shit's super important. But I do feel like you could add a couple of criterias, like the 5 love languages said. The five, I'm not gonna pull it back up, but I'll read them. The five love languages said words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. I guess those are a good five if you want to just make umbrellas. If you just want to open up umbrellas that will encompass anything else. I guess those are a good five, but maybe you could think of some other things too that could be considered a love language outside of those parameters. What up to everybody in the chat? 333, man. If y'all with me, shout out. We in here on the evening, man.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Harden my heart and now harden the flow. They don't know